got that the cost of producing those 5 units, you plug that back into the, you plug this back into the cost function right here, and you get 225. Now, the two most common mistakes people make, number one is they plug in to figure out cost, they plug it back into the marginal cost rather than the total cost function. The second most common that's related to it is they omit these fixed costs, okay? So you don't want that to be you on the test, you want that to be somebody else, okay? And then they're selling 5 units at $40, so the revenue is $200, okay? And so then 200 minus 225 means they're losing $25 million. And so over time I expect there's going to be exit. Like firms are going to be, like if they're at zero, then they're earning zero economic profit, so they're earning just back their cost of capital. But if it's negative, I expect over time there will be firms that exit. Okay? On the next one, okay, marginal cost is going to be the same. The way we got this marginal revenue is, I'll show you, I'm going to show you over here. Let's do that. What did I say is there? It's price is 100 minus Q. All right, so we'll turn on this light. Okay, so if price is 100 minus Q, okay, revenue, remember, is price times quantity. So revenue equals price times quantity. So I end up multiplying both sides by Q. So this side, price times quantity is revenue. If I multiply this side by Q, I get Q times 100 minus Q. So I'm going to get that revenue is equal to 100 Q squared. Sorry, 100 Q minus Q squared. Okay, and then how do I go from revenue to marginal revenue? Take the derivative, and so the marginal revenue is equal to revenue prime, which is equal to 100 minus 2Q. Okay, and I set that equal to the 8Q. And this is just the derivative of that. Okay, so I'm going to get that 100 is equal to 10Q when I move this 2Q over. Okay, so Q is going to equal 10. How do I find price now that I know the quantity is 10? Okay, you're going to plug it back into this one. So that means price is going to equal 90. Okay. So I've got quantity 10, price is 90. So then revenue is going to be, I'm selling 10 units at $90. So I've got revenue of 900, and cost is going to equal, I'm just plugging it into this cost function. So it's 125 plus 4Q squared. So 125 plus 400. And so profit is going to equal 900 minus, what is it, 525, which is this 375 that we get right here. Okay? And then on the prior slide, I said, hey, what's the difference between the monopolist and the monopolistic competition? And the numeric answer is the same, but for the monopolist, remember, under monopoly, we assume barriers to entry. So they won't face entry, unless somebody's able to find some way to get around that. but in monopolistic competition, they will. Other firms are going to try and enter and drive those. Like they want some of those profits for themselves, right? Because that's pretty nice. So let me give you one more example to work through now that you've seen one of these. And then I've got a video to show you and we'll be done. So, the example I'm going to give you is straight out of the book. It is sorry, I just had it. All right. So we've got a monopolist. I'm just going to have you do the monopolist one in this case. Okay. Their demand function is, and since I'm just pulling this out of the book, it's going to be kind of similar to that one. It's 100 minus 2q. Okay, and their cost function is equal to 10 plus 2q. Okay, and so what I want you to solve is find the profit maximizing quantity. So you're going to find quantity, you're going to find price, and you're going to find their profit. Okay, so with your neighbor, go ahead and do that.